What's up, Reds? Welcome back to the Sunday Summary Talk Show on Nothing But Reds. We were out last week, but we're back. And Steve is with me. Today, we're getting into a lot of good stuff. Unfortunately, Jordan Henderson out for the rest of the season. We'll get into talking about that. We'll update you on the Thiago rumors, and we'll talk about the matches that we played this week. So first off, Steve, how you doing, my man?
I am wonderful. The Sunday Summary is back. Let's get into it.
Absolutely, bro. So first off, we had some matches this week. We had Brighton, 3-1 win. Really good game. I mean, everyone looked good. You know what I mean? So we don't really have to talk too much about that. But yesterday, man, what are your thoughts on the match yesterday?
I thought that was going to be one of those 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 thrashings,
Right.
and it should have been. Shout out Pope. Incredible game between
He had a
the sticks.
remarkable game.
Yeah, I think even then I think we were pretty clinical, to be honest. Like a lot of good shots that normally would go in. He just was invincible.
Yeah.
I didn't love the lineup particularly. I want to get the young guys involved. I really do. But I feel like if Klopp really wants to set records, like you have to put your strongest team out there every time. That's just my opinion.
No, that's a big debate point. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments, right? And of course, if you guys are new, subscribe to the channel. You can scroll over that logo in your bottom right-hand corner or subscribe down below the video. Yeah, Steve, I feel like that divides opinion because if you look at like Curtis Jones and Nico Williams are no question talented, right? But we're still in the running for records. I don't think can we still break we can get 102 points, I think, right now.
Yeah, we can't lose.
So we can't lose.
We can only draw one.
And even then, we're at 100.
We need to win all three.
We need to win all three.
And we got two big. Who are we playing? Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah, Chelsea, Arsenal, and someone else. I can't remember at the moment. But what I'm saying is,
you set yourself up for. You need to be perfect from here on out.
Right.
With a team that's already won the league.
It's like, hard to motivate a side that's already won the league, but at the same time, I think that Klopp is thinking ahead. That's why he's playing the young guys. He's like, look, I got to get these guys some playing time. It's a perfect time to get them some playing time. But I can also see where you're coming from, where if you want to break records, you got to put your best side out there.
Yeah, no one's going to look back and be like, they're going to remember this as the first Premier League championship from Liverpool. Wouldn't it be nice to look back in 20 or 30 years? Tell your kids, tell your grandkids, whatever, about not only did they win the Premier League for the first time ever and the first English trophy in 30 years, but they were also the best team ever in England, which is probably, popular opinion, the most intense, competitive league in the world.
Oh, no,
this is the best team to ever step on the pitch in England.
Definitely is.
That's the chance that we have. We have a chance to say that. We still do. But when you take out maybe your best player this year, Trent, definitely top 3, top 4 in my opinion. He's such a difference maker. And you just put in Nico Williams, who's solid and serviceable for sure, but he's not going to give you too much going forward. And the way Burnley played, you have to score goals.
It's tough to break them down. I'll give you that because they're a physical team, bro.
I think
I do want to bring this up real quick before you get into your next point. What they do, and this is a strategy without a doubt. What they do with Alisson, they literally foul Alisson consistently on set pieces.
Yeah,
that's what they do. And it's like, not only that, but they're physical just everywhere. They're big. They have big players like Chris Wood. A lot of their players are just huge. Like Tarkowski tackling Salah in the box at the Cop
literally,
end.
like the NFL.
Yeah, rolled over him.
It was insane. Like that could go either way. I see that go either way. I was like, I don't know.
I didn't think that one was a penalty, but
right. But I think Curtis Jones is serviceable as well. Talented. But at the same time, if you want to get these guys playing time, this is what I would do, and Klopp knows way better than me, so don't kill me for this, but play one of them. You don't have to plug in 2. You can plug in 1. You can bring one in later in the 60th minute. You could make a sub at halftime. I feel like he jumped the gun. And
What do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments. Did Klopp jump the gun?
yeah, we
Personally,
love him. He's our manager. But I
yeah.
want those. I want the best team ever. I don't care about the trophy anymore. We sealed that up around Christmas. That was my Christmas present. It was. That's when it was all she wrote. December. See ya.
He's unbelievable. Look, Klopp, I know you've said this. We were talking yesterday. You said that the loss. Jesus, thank God it wasn't a loss. That draw yesterday was on Klopp. That's what you said.
Yep. Yep.
But to be fair, I don't think it was on any one particular person. I think Nick Pope had a stellar game. Unbelievable game. Like some of the saves he made were just amazing. And then the last thing, Salah needs to finish that damn thing at the end. That chance. You need to finish that, bro. No one was on you. You're a world-class striker, winger, whatever you want to call him. You need to finish that. I don't care if it was with your right foot, your head, your chest. You need to finish that.
I think I don't entirely disagree.
You disagreed before we started recording.
But no,
don't change
I'm
it
going
up
to say
now.
the same thing. Don't you dare call me out. It's the 95th minute. It's his weak foot. The ball wasn't entirely flat coming into him. He didn't necessarily know he was alone. He wasn't going to turn around and look. And it's a high pressure situation. He put it on target. We've seen him miss the target from there. We've seen other people miss the target from there.
Fair.
I think you can't try to paint the corners in that scenario. You can't try to go top left with this. This is your last chance. This is the last chance of the game. You have to.
It was a beautiful chance.
But at the very least, you have to put it on target. If he missed off target, we'd be more mad. We'd say, you got to make the keeper work. You got to put that on target. Maybe he did try to go bottom left, and he just hit it a little bit off. We know his right foot's not great, but I will say it's gotten a lot better, and he had one or two other chances in the game with his right foot that I think would have gone in if Nick Pope wasn't Superman.
Agreed.
So, yes, Salah, I'd like to see him finish that. I think he finishes that 6 times out of 10. I'm not mad that he didn't because I think it's a lot more difficult than people think when you're tired, when there's a lot of pressure, when it's your weak foot. Wasn't an absolutely perfect pass. He had to come back to it. Wasn't like he hit it in stride.
True.
That's just my thoughts.
No, valid points. Very valid points. Let us know what you guys think down below. Honestly, his right foot isn't bad. It's gotten a lot better because it was a couple games ago, but he had a through ball with his right foot.
Epic.
What match was that?
Palace.
What was that?
I think it was Palace.
Yo, that ball was flawless with the right foot.
It was the best ball I've ever seen him make.
It's unbelievable.
One time.
But
bang.
Honestly, we're at 93 points. I can't believe we're saying we're at 93 points. Under Rodgers, we finished the season with 54, I think, or 56. And it's like,
That's Burnley, bro. That's where Burnley's going to finish.
It's crazy.
That's where Arsenal's going to finish. Dude, Tottenham don't even have 50 points yet.
What's going on with Tottenham right now?
They hired Jose Mourinho.
He's washed.
They got rid of the manager that brought them to the Champions League final.
What is wrong with Tottenham?
Harry Kane can't stay healthy.
Man.
Do you need more?
No, I think I'm good.
I haven't seen Harry Kane play in a year.
He played the other day.
Ugh. Did he play? Because I didn't watch the game.
I thought he played.
Dude, he's been hurt on and off since the Champions League against Ajax. Or whenever he got hurt last year before the final. Remember when they brought him in the final and he was just like hobbled?
Yeah.
He just got absolutely bottled by everyone that came near him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him play since then.
Yeah, he's Tottenham. I don't know. They got to figure it out. But speaking of injuries, let's talk about Jordan Henderson. Ooh. Hendo out for the rest of the season, guys. Let me pull up this article real quick.
Which literally just means, guys, like a couple weeks.
Yeah. But, it's not
almost over.
Not a huge deal, but this is the wrong article. Okay. There it is. All right, guys. So if we're looking at this, he's been ruled out for the remainder of the season, but Liverpool are confident the skipper will be fit for the new campaign. So he underwent scans on his knee injury. And to my knowledge, nothing's torn, obviously, because he's only out for a couple of weeks. So it's probably a bad contusion or, something of that nature, maybe a muscular injury, something like that. But Klopp's quote said it all. I mean, he said, Hendo is the best possible of all bad news, which is exactly what you want to hear. I mean, that's perfect. It's a knee injury, but no surgery needed. He will not play anymore this season, but I'm pretty positive he will start the new season with us. We're all concerned when we saw him going down, left the pitch, but when we got the news, big relief for all of us. Yeah. So honestly, I mean, what do you think? I think it's definitely obvious. You could tell yesterday he's our pacemaker. He really is. Like when he plays, he pushes the pace. He's yelling. He's keeping everyone on their toes in the squad. He's yelling out tasks. He is the heartbeat of the team. And I love Van Dijk as captain. You know what I mean? But Van Dijk is at the back. Van Dijk is a very nonchalant player, calm as you like, right? Henderson is like pedal to the metal for 95 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I think Keita brought that energy when he came in yesterday.
I agree.
But you're not going to get that from who else played? Genie. You're not going to get that from
Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and Curtis.
You're not going to get that from Fabinho, and you're certainly not going to get that from Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones is just walking on eggshells. He doesn't want to do anything wrong. Great player. Don't get me wrong, but like he's just not there yet. He's not going to dictate anything. We didn't have that. We didn't have that yesterday. You're right, and I noticed it. But as soon as Naby came in, I was like, "Ooh, here we go."
Naby. I was doing a video with Dominic the other day, and he goes, "Is Naby fitting into your system?" And I'm like, "Yes, Naby is our best midfielder at the moment."
Yeah, I actually watched that video. I do think he makes some good points in regards to like the injury and does he fit into the system. But
yes, and I agree with
Naby Keita's been hurt on and off for a decade. So
it seems like a decade.
Yeah, I mean, before he even got to Liverpool, I've looked at his injury history. He's had all sorts of illnesses. He's had malaria.
Yeah,
he's torn muscles. He's been hurt for a long time. But you also got to remember, like, he was tearing up Germany. Germany's a lot easier. Lot easier.
I feel like easier isn't the right word. Because Germany is a competitive physical league.
It is, but you stand out.
Yeah.
If you're great, you stand out. You stick out like a sore thumb.
Timo Werner, great example. Kai Havertz, another great example.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think Jordan Henderson, just flat out, we need him in the side. You think back to 2 years ago when we were playing our staple midfield of Wijnaldum, Hendo, and Milner, right? People throw fits, like, I mean, including myself. I said it, I was like, we need some creativity. But Henderson by himself is creative. And it's like, it seems like the past couple seasons, ever since Klopp has given him the freedom to push forward, we've been able to see the creativity. Henderson scored a goal the other day.
It started at like 3/4 of the way through last season.
Yeah. And Klopp's like, look, Hendo, go forward, right?
Right.
Henderson, he's one of those players where it's like, he's not athletic, right? He's got chicken legs. He doesn't even look, when he's on the ball, he's not going to do I've never seen Henderson do a step over, ever. It's like, but I've never seen him like lose the ball. I've never seen him really make a bad pass, His
passing is unreal.
It's unreal. And the pace that he plays the game, it's unbelievable. It's almost James Milner level.
Yeah, it's definitely not there, but you're right. It's the closest thing we have, probably.
Yes.
Him and Robbo. I think
Robbo had a great game yesterday too, just by the way.
He did. Would have liked to have seen him shoot that second chance. Don't cross it. Just rip that, dude. We need this.
I agree. When he was making the run at him.
Yeah. Great run. He burned that guy. People too often mistake creativity with skill.
Like, that's a great point.
We don't need step overs. We don't need Maradonas. We don't need Cruyff turns. Like, creativity is like thinking outside the box. Maybe letting one fly from 30 yards every now and again. Or
which Henderson does.
He does, but I also don't even think that, like, that's the point I'm trying to make. It's almost like thinking outside the box, pushing the tempo, making a run up field when the game feels stale and flat, switching the field when most players would just pass it back out,
Yes.
making a pass forward when you have some pressure under you rather than just passing it back to Van Dijk. It's like creativity is too often associated with flashiness.
I think that's a
I
great
don't think
point.
that's fair. We don't need that.
We don't.
We're not here for style points.
We're here to win
We're
trophies.
literally here to, right now, we're here to break records, and we better break that record because we are way better than that Man City team.
Right.
That City team was not, they lost a handful of games that year.
Yeah. They did. I think they ended up, but they only drew like one. That's
That
the
was the
thing.
difference, right?
Yeah. Whereas we drew 7 and lost 1. But yeah, you're right. And that's the whole idea with maybe, getting into Thiago now, right? That's the whole idea. Like maybe Klopp wants to bring in a little technical ability or, what's the word you use? Anyway, like just good on the ball.
Creativity,
Flashy, that's the word.
flashy.
Maybe a flashy player. Like we know Thiago's got that flash, right? He was at Barcelona. He plays for Bayern. Like he's surrounded by all these world-class players. Not to say we don't have world-class players, but just to say he's surrounded by players that have that flashy ability. And of course, you're a product of your environment. So maybe that's why Klopp wants to bring him in, right? But there's an interesting article that I'll bring up right now, right? And what the heck? Yeah, so if you look here, it's a good article about like Michael Edwards's transfer style, right? Like and given the current market, like Michael Edwards goes in and he looks for players in the market that are devalued at the moment, right? And then takes advantage of it, right? At least of what we've seen in certain situations. But with the market the way it is, right? Could we see us getting a player that's maybe not necessarily undervalued, but who's valued correctly and bring them in where we normally wouldn't given this current circumstances? So with that, you look at players like Timo Werner, right? You look at players like Thiago, all right? And with Thiago, hold on, let me read this off here. So if you read this, this isn't to say the club should or should not sign Thiago if he is indeed available at that price, talking about 30 million given his value is 48. The reports differ, but as a collective should expand the idea that the kind of player Liverpool could, or he is the kind of player that Liverpool could or should sign. All right, the old model worked brilliantly, given meaning him bringing in players that are devalued at the moment or getting a deal on them, I should say. But it was also in use at a team when the club remained a nearly maybe club. I don't even know what that means, but I'm assuming it means. Actually, I have no idea what. Do you know what nearly maybe means?
On the brink of greatness, like I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah, nearly. That's okay. That's
almost
what it
there.
is. Nearly maybe club on the brink of greatness. But what do you think, man? Do you think it's just rumors? Like literally, this came out of nowhere. First off, and then you're seeing reports that personal terms are agreed, and we're just waiting for Bayern to sell him.
No,
It's not happening. I don't see it.
if it happens, I'll be like, okay, cool. We don't need Thiago.
No.
He's a good player, but he's also, everyone knows this. I don't even want to talk about this. He's injured all the time.
He's injured all the time, and he's 29.
Why are we gonna wait? Why are we gonna throw 30 million at someone who's literally not going to play?
All
Because
right.
he's going to be
Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. We threw 54 at Keita.
Well, Keita was lighting up the Bundesliga at that point. Thiago doesn't do that anymore.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Thiago's a great player. If he comes, sure, 30 million, I'll take him. But like, do we really need him? Is there a glaring weakness in the midfield?
Maybe just
No.
depth. But even with midfield depth, midfield is the one area where we have depth.
Ox, Keita, we're losing Lalana.
Right,
So
but
that's
Curtis
the
Jones
thing.
is
But
going
we're
to fill
bringing
that
in
role.
Curtis Jones, right?
Yeah.
And we still have Milner.
We
Don't forget, we still have
Milner.
James Milner.
James Milner, man. I
And
love.
we were practically invincible this year. Is
Yeah,
Thiago going to come in and make us even better? I can't say with any degree of certainty yes. So I don't know.
yeah.
I don't feel comfortable saying we need him. I would like him. I think that's kind of exciting to get a new player. We always want shiny new toys. Um, but no, I don't think it's going to happen. No.
Yeah. And another thing I want to read from the article, he doesn't fit the model, right? This is what it says. He doesn't fit the model. That's not how Liverpool operate. That's not something Michael Edwards would do. All right. And meaning at its core, all Moneyball or the model means is taking advantage of an inefficiency in the marketplace, which is what I talked about, right? So given that info, he doesn't fit the model. He doesn't fit the player of bringing a player in right at the brink of his prime or a young player that can develop. And he's 29. He's 29. He's injury prone. And people also forget we have Marco Grujic still. Marco Grujic is that deep line creative midfield. He may be not creative, but he can still play in that deep creative midfield role. Now, do we know if we're going to sell him? I have no idea. We got rid of Pedro Chiravella. He was another CDM-ish player, CM. Um, you know, poor guy. It's
Yeah,
like
buddy.
Pedro Chiravella. Good luck to him.
The Ox needs to polish up his game a little bit, but
Yeah, the ox is off. He's completely off recently.
he is. But at the same time, like he's not going anywhere. Klopp loves him. Klopp loves his work ethic. We all love him. We just got to tidy things up a bit.
Agreed.
And is Thiago an upgrade to Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Fabinho? On an individual level, you might say yes, but I don't. It's a machine. It's a machine. It's not. I'm not even talking about the system. That midfield is a machine, a
God,
three-headed machine.
I want to cut this portion out and send it to Dominic. I just like, yes, maybe individually, right? Thiago is more technically sound.
If you look at the FIFA card, sure. But like, what does it matter if you're not playing?
That's the thing, bro.
Thiago's not better defending than Fabinho. Fabinho is one of the best holding midfielders in the world at the moment.
Fabinho is incredible. He's right up there with Rodri, like Casemiro. Like he is incredible.
You take Thiago off the Spanish international team. You take that piece out of it. How good they were a few years ago, and he was a big focal point of that. Like, are we really talking about Thiago right now at Bayern? Are people in the Bundesliga like game planning for Thiago? The answer is hell no.
They're game planning for Lewandowski.
They're game planning for Lewandowski, who's just a goal scorer. Davies. Who else?
I have no idea. Not
Who's the other
Coutinho.
guy?
I can tell you that.
Certainly not Coutinho.
Certainly not Coutinho. Good God.
Coleman.
Yeah.
Gnabry.
Yeah.
Those are the guys you worry about.
They got
Thiago's
amazing
no longer in
attacking
that
options.
conversation. I'm sorry.
No, hey, look, that's fine. That's fine. Guys, let us know what you think about the Thiago rumors, because that's what they are right now. Listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. I'm sounding like Stephen A. Smith right now. Listen to me, all right? Klopp, meaning he's not going to bring in a player that is injury prone, 29 years old, and that's it. Those are the only 2 points. I thought I had a third point.
I'll take him.
But injury prone and 29, they don't go together. Maybe injury prone and 21. But
I just don't know what I would rather have.
I'd rather have 29. I don't like injury prone.
No. I mean, like for another player. Like I want them to spend a little bit of money just because.
Yeah.
But who would I rather have them have? Like
that's the thing. Like
really?
I spoke about this. Maybe you can disagree or agree with me, but I think we need to strengthen in attacking options, depth, not strengthen like get starting players, but depth. All right. A Firmino successor. All right. Because Timo Werner is not coming in. Origi is fine, but we saw against Aston Villa, he just doesn't do the work that Firmino does, and he doesn't create like Firmino. And then with Lovren possibly on the way out, we need another center back option.
Yeah, center back. Just don't know who we're gonna buy, dude.
Well, I brought up some names. Let me know what you think, right? So you have we've been linked with Tarkowski for a couple years, right?
He's not going anywhere. He just signed an extension.
That doesn't matter. That could be just to protect his value. And then
No.
okay.
My
All
vote
right.
would be no.
Jonathan Tah over from Leverkusen. Okay. But the thing is, I don't think he would
Is that the
leave to
tall
be
guy?
huh?
Is that the tall guy?
I think he's tall. He's like 6'4".
Is he from Korea?
No, I think he's
Or-
German.
Okay, I'm thinking about someone completely different then.
Yeah, but
Continue.
anyways, yeah, Jonathan Tah, I could be wrong. He could be from Korea. I don't know. I don't think he is though. And then Ben White. We've been linked with Ben White. But we've seen Klopp do this before with Steven Caulker. If he needs that depth, he might just bring someone in on loan. You know what I mean? Who would you bring in?
Dude, center back? I don't know. It's so hard to
Would you
say.
convince Lovren to stay?
No. No. If you ask me this before that Watford game and before the last game he came in, what was the last game he came in? When we talked about this like a month ago.
You got me. It's early. I can't remember.
Everton.
Was it Everton? Oh,
Everton 1-1 draw.
Everton.
First game
It
back.
was Everton.
If those two games didn't exist, I'd say yes. I'm tired of giving that man second chances. There's been times I've seen him play where he's looked world class.
Agreed.
But you're not allowed terrible, terrible games 75, 80% of the time. And then you have one good game, two good games, a good couple months. He's also never been fit for 6 consecutive Liverpool games.
Is that a fact?
That is a fact. Now, it may be Premier League games, but that is a fact. He has to be the first. He's got to be out of town before Lallana. When Lallana's leaving respectfully, we should just pack the bus for Lovren now. Yes, he's got
Lovren,
to
pack
go.
your bags.
Dude, I don't know.
Bring
I'd
back
like to bring in
Clavin,
like
bro.
an Ake for 30K.
Yeah, no,
30
that's
mil.
if Bournemouth get relegated. If they get relegated, I could
Having
see
a
Nathan.
relevation.
Yeah, I could see Nathan
Revelation.
Ake coming in, bro. I really could.
I know.
I was gonna
dude.
say Norwich, but Norwich have no defense whatsoever. Ben Godfrey, maybe, but I'm trying to think who else. I'm serious. Why did we get rid of Clavin? I loved that guy. He came in and he
just
did
unreal.
exactly what he was supposed to do.
He deserved to play
He
for
did.
a lesser side like Cagliari or wherever he went.
Yeah, Cagliari or Bologna, wherever he went.
Cagliari, I think.
Yeah, Cagliari. But he's older now. He's probably like 34. Oops. My screen time was up 20% last week. But
boy.
yeah.
All that research on Thiago is getting to your head. If he comes in, look, the conclusion. If he comes in, I'm cool with that. Do we need him? Hell no.
We don't need him at all.
We do not.
No.
But like we didn't need Minamino either. And like I was like, all right, cool. But he was only
That's
like
another
7-1.
thing I forget about because Minamino can play on the wing. He can play in the attacking midfield role, and he can also play striker. I didn't realize this until I went back and I was looking at some of his highlights. He can play striker.
Yeah, he and Shaqiri. We don't know what's gonna happen with Shaqiri.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel bad because I'm literally forgetting about. I forgot about Minamino. Like I keep forgetting about him. When I think of our team, I think of the front three, Origi and Shaqiri, and then my thoughts go away. Then it's midfield. But Minamino is a quality player, man. He has a lot of good. He is a great depth player at the moment. In the future, he could be a starter. But right now, he's an excellent option.
Yeah. He is. No, he is. And I still don't think he's above Shaqiri, in my opinion. Like
Really?
Shaqiri needs to play.
Maybe
no,
not.
Dude, Shaqiri produces. Minamino's not there yet.
He does produce.
Anything for you.
He does produce. When he's played, Shaqiri has produced, but we don't even have a small sample size from Minamino yet. He has 5 appearances.
My point exactly. Play him in the FA Cup.
But when we've seen Minamino, he's been good.
But has he produced anything yet? If
No,
you
I'm not.
can't produce anything and we're going for records, you should not be playing over someone who's tried and true. That's just me.
No, that's fair.
For
That's
whatever
fair.
reason, Shaqiri's fallen out of favor with Klopp. I don't
And
know. But every
that's the
time he gets
thing.
plugged in, I'm like, all right, you're a quality.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. I like
That left foot
Shaqiri.
is unreal.
He is good. Shaqiri is good, and anyone who disagrees hasn't watched him, or maybe I'll send you the link to the Barcelona highlights. But Shaqiri is good, man.
Maybe I'll send you the link.
I'm serious.
Maybe I'll send you the link to the Everton highlights, guys. Let us know. Okay?
It's just I don't know what Klopp's plan is. I want to be in Klopp's head right now because it's like this person who commented last time on the video, he brought up some decent points about like our star players getting to the end of their prime, right? They're getting in their late 20s, some are touching 30.
Mm-hmm.
They still have time left. There's no one saying that they're old and we got to get rid of them. They still have time left. But you need to start planning for the future now. You know what I mean? And back to the Thiago point, you don't plan for the future with someone who's the same age.
No, but he can give you a couple good years.
Yeah.
You bring him in, sign him to a 4-year deal. I don't know, 4 or 5-year deal. Play him for a
No,
few
that's too
years.
much.
Ship him out of town.
Three,
You
4 at the
sell him.
most.
You sell him. Yeah, 4, and then you sell him after a few years. If he's that bad, maybe. Who knows? It could be reinvigorating for him. But he's not going to be an everyday player. Like I don't care how big of a Thiago fan you are. You're not gonna come into a side that's damn near undefeated and just hop in and start playing. I'm
No,
sorry. That
no.
system is not for everybody.
It's not. It's not.
Bayern is a weak program in terms of intensity. There is no intensity out there.
Same thing with
They're
Barcelona.
slow. If you watch them play, they look slow.
Yep.
And they have a lot of old slower players as well. So Thiago fits into that mold.
Just real quick, I want to bring this up. Speaking of old players, what is Barcelona doing?
They just threw the league away.
I don't care. They swapped Arthur, who was 23, I think, for Pjanic.
Pjanic.
Their entire starting lineup, with the exception of like Langley and freaking some other people, are 30.
They're probably hurting for cash. They probably needed some cash because I think they got paid too. I'd rather have Pjanic today, next year, the year after, than Arthur, personally.
What are they doing though?
Dude, Pjanic is world class.
No, they're great. I'm not saying that they're not great players.
No, Arthur is not great. He's not there yet.
Anyways,
he's got potential.
Look, what I'm saying is, what are they doing?
They're trying to win the Champions League before Leo Messi says, I'm done with you guys. That's what they're doing. They're trying to stock up to win the Champions League right now because he's getting the hell out of there.
Where's he going? He's not going anywhere.
I don't know where he's going, and I hate to break it to everybody that thinks that one player stays with their team their whole career and it's all roses and fairy tales, but it's just not that way anymore. I don't know where he's going to go.
No, with Leo
he's
Messi,
still too good to go to the MLS. He's still got years to go. I think he's going to leave.
No, Leo Messi.
Not this year.
I think he stays with Barcelona his whole career.
No.
He's not going anywhere.
I don't. If they better bring in Neymar, he's leaving. That's just my opinion.
But the thing is, that's another thing. Even if he leaves or when he retires, when he gets sold, whatever it is, Barcelona are trash.
Yeah, they're really bad. They're like
really
they're not even an average team without Leo Messi.
They have so much like top talent, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, I think we just got sidetracked.
We
Back
did,
to the point about the person who brought up the points about our players coming into later in their career. Sure, I guess that's valid, but every team has a window. Man City had their window. Chelsea had their window. Then you kind of drop off a little bit, and then you rise to the top. We're in our window right now. Let's just hope we can get a few. We just got like 3 or 4 trophies in 1 year. Let's hope we can get a few more over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. Then we'll worry about that.
Yeah.
We're already starting to build with youth. We got Keita, we got Ox, Robbo, Trent, Young. Allison will can play another 10 years. Van Dijk isn't going to slow down anytime soon. Gomez, Young.
Quality. Minamino.
The front three still have at least 3 years left. That should petrify other teams.
Yeah.
Harvey Elliott's like 9 years old, bro. Curtis Jones, Williams, all the players that I don't think are just ready yet, they'll be there. You give him 3 years, Curtis Jones is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
The other thing to keep in mind is, like, that's probably the only thing you could say about this Liverpool team. It's like, oh, they're getting a little bit up there in age, like our star players. Everybody that's in their window has those players that are a little bit older, in my opinion. That's what I think. Or maybe it just took us a little bit longer. It took these players a little bit longer to develop into the point where they were good enough to win the league or whatever.
But it wasn't even that long. When you think about it,
But they came in at 25. That's when these players came in.
Yeah.
The front three. They came in at 25 or whatever, 24. Because we weren't going to take a gamble on somebody.
No.
Wait till you're tried and true, then we'll bring you in and we'll bring you to a top 10 player in the world. The other thing is, Man City are 20 some odd points behind. I need to stop hearing them in the conversation. It's literally the only team that can knock us off our pedestal is ourselves. That's it.
At the moment.
And probably for the foreseeable future. If you're not going to get to 90 points, you're not going to win the league in the next few years.
Yeah. And isn't that incredible to think about?
It is. And Man City's not even going to come close.
Yeah. But the thing is, they've been hammered. You have to say that they've been hammered with injuries this season.
Sané and Laporte,
who are great players. You also got to look at Rodri was out. Aguero's been out.
Yep. Aguero's always
they didn't
out.
replace Company.
I'm not going to give them credit for that one. Aguero's always out. He's always missing time.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here.
Right. And think about this. We lost Mo Salah for part of the beginning of the year with the ankle.
Yeah.
We lost Hendo.
Allison was out for 9 games.
Entire year. We lost the best goalkeeper in the world for 9, whatever. You're right.
Yeah.
Milner battling injuries. Robbo's missed a game or two.
Milner could play in a body cast, man.
What?
Milner could play in a body cast.
Look, I get that Sané and Laporte are big losses, and I feel for them. I really do. But with a squad that has as much depth as City, they should have been able to hang, and they couldn't.
Such a valid point.
They got absolutely blown away. And there was one point in the season where Leicester was much better than them as well.
Yeah, Leicester fallen off too,
I called that.
Okay.
You remember.
I do remember.
It's a long season.
It is.
What's happening in Liverpool right now?
Yeah. Yeah. But you got to take into account it is so difficult, even at the professional level, when you don't have a goal, like literally we reached our goal for this season. Staying motivated to play is one thing, but to consistently win it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And you're going to have the games where you can't score against Everton. You can't win against Burnley. Like, Burnley's a tough, stubborn side, though, man. They really are.
No, they are. They are. 50 more points than Tottenham. Let that sink in, viewers. They have more points than Tottenham.
Savage.
They have more points than Tottenham. Champions League runners-up. More points.
What place are they in right now?
I don't know.
8th?
Maybe 10th.
Oh.
9? Maybe 9, actually. They're tied with like 7, 8, 9. I think they're all at 50.
How about Sheffield United blowing out Chelsea?
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I thought Chelsea was
No, me neither.
On the up and up, and they clearly are not where I thought they were.
But I don't know. Sheffield's fighting. Yeah.
Here they are. Burnley's 9th. Tied with Arsenal for 8th.
Okay.
Tottenham's in 10th. Everton.
I can't believe Tottenham's in 10th.
Sheffield United, Burnley, Wolves are all above Tottenham.
Wow. Wow. That is ridiculous.
And Leicester's going to fall out of the Champions League.
Dang. So we're looking at
United's
Champions
coming.
League. We're probably looking at Man City, Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea, right?
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy how the league turned around because Leicester were killing it, bro.
We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
We are not going
Next
anywhere.
season is going to be nuts.
As long as you have Van Dijk and Allison in the front three, good luck.
Yeah, and if Henderson stays healthy, bro, if people are gonna like hate Henderson, I don't know why. Like Henderson is just amazing.
He is now. It took a lot for him to get to this point.
It
we
took
have
Klopp.
to enjoy it while it lasts.
It took Klopp.
He's not young.
He's not.
It took him a long time. I was not a Henderson fan for a long time. I mean, I was a fan of him because he's on the team, but when I saw him in there, I was like, ugh. But now, talk about a player that's fought through all the hatred, all the bad publicity. He is the man.
He is a legend. And
he is the leader of the best team in the world.
Let that sink in, viewers.
He is the most important midfielder in the world.
He captains
he's not.
Liverpool.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. But so does Van Dijk.
He should captain England too, but
I don't know why he doesn't captain England. That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Guys, let us know what you think down in the comments about everything we talked about. What do you think about the Henderson injury? Thiago rumors, the matches, upcoming matches as well. Let us know what you think. We love seeing all the comments down below. And I reply to everyone for the most part, unless it's, just like a bad comment, but
that is true. You do. And I just would like one favor from everyone is just to stop talking about Man City. Don't feed into the media. Man City is absolutely irrelevant. They're 20-something points down. They're not in the Champions League for a couple years.
Wait. That they may get that overturned.
How? How could they cheated?
No, but the thing is like they may get only a fine. We should find out tomorrow the verdict.
That can't happen. That cannot happen.
I'm just saying.
That cannot happen.
I'm just trying to save you from the comments saying that like, oh, Man City aren't out. But anyway,
well, thank you.
You
guys can feel free to roast me if you want. I don't care.
Guys, I'm so pumped that the Sunday Summary is back. We were only off for a week. It felt like a year. It was unbelievable.
Let's get some comments going. What do you guys think? Weigh in on our opinions. And just keep that Man City talk away from me. They're just totally irrelevant.
Keep the Man City talk away from Steve,
next
guys.
Winter. Like every time I turn around, we're being compared to Man City. Like, who? Well, they beat you 4-0. Yeah, there were no fans. We were hungover. And we outplayed them the first 45 minutes. And somehow they nicked a goal or two. I just couldn't believe it.
Oh my gosh. We were so hungover, bro.
I know, and we still outplayed them in the beginning.
That's unbelievable. We the first 20 minutes were all us. I don't care what anyone says. But the penalty that ruined momentum. But guys, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the Sunday Summary, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel down below. And of course, leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.